What's going on, y'all? Sean, I'm Asphalt Tutoring here. And in this video, we are going to talk briefly about how to solve a polynomial inequality. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and also you may want to pause the video to take a shot at this. Um, because it's always good to get practice beforehand to try. Even if you don't quite know how to do the math, it's good to try it first because then it just helps it make more sense whenever you see the explanation. You see where your sticking points are and all that kind of stuff. So we have the inequality x cubed minus 9x squared plus 8x is greater than 0. Now, typically when we have an equation, in other words, instead of the inequality, we have an equal sign in the equation, you're looking for more definite values of x. So like it'll be like, in this case, maybe since this is of the third degree, x to the third power, and that means we might have three different values of x that would solve the equation. However, since we're dealing with an inequality here, what happens is we're going to have more of a range of values um, where this polynomial is greater than 0. Okay? And so that's what we're here to solve. And so you solve that in a particular kind of way. All right. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find critical points. Okay. So for this, it means we want to find the zeros, the values of x at which the polynomial is equal to 0. So first thing we want to do, if possible, is factor. So we want to factor this. So I'm going to pull it over here to the other side. If you look at each of these terms in this polynomial, hold on a second. Factor and set equal to 0. If you look at each of these terms, they all have an x in there, so you can factor out an x. So this becomes x times x squared minus 9x plus 8 equals 0. We're setting equal to 0 so we can find the zeros. Okay? So if you look at this, this can be factored as well. What times what is 8? Did I add or subtract to give us -9? That would be -8 and -1. So this will be x times x minus 8 times x minus 1. Yes, is equal to 0. Now we're going to set each of these separately equal to 0. X equals 0, x minus 8 equals 0, and then x minus 1 equals 0. Okay, so this, and I'm going to put it in a different color, that's one value of x. Then from here, you get x equals 8. And then from here, you get x equals 1. Let's go ahead and box those in. These are three values of x. Now, the second thing you want to do is plot the critical points on a numbered line. Okay, so we're going to draw a line. I'm going to draw it kind of long because we have x equals 8. We actually don't have any negative values of x, so I start at 0 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's 8. All right. Now, I guess I do -1 here. All right, and so we're gonna plot those points. So we got x equals 0, x equals 8, and x equals 1. Um, so test values on either side of each critical point. So in other words, we're going to test values in the following locations. We're going to test a value over here. In between these, we're going to test some value between 1 and 8. And then we're also going to test some value after 8. Because the goal is we want to see um, on either side of each critical point what actually satisfies the polynomial. It'll make more sense when we do it. We want to see where this is positive and negative. Wherever this is positive, then that will mean that it satisfies the inequality because we're saying x cubed minus 9x squared plus 8x greater than 0. If it's negative, then it's a value for x such that makes the polynomial less than 0. And so that would be not a solution to this inequality. All right, so the first value we're going to test is -1. So I'm going to plug it into the original equation, but specifically I'm going to plug it into the factored version and see if it's greater than 0. So that would be -1 times -1 minus 8, which is -9, times -1 minus 1, which is -2. Now, the value is not as important as is the sign of the value, because remember, we're wanting to see where it's positive and negative. So negative times negative times negative means that there is a that it's negative on this side. Okay. Now, what about in between 0 and 1? We'll use 0.5. So you got 0.5 times 0.5 minus 8, which is what, -7.5? And then you have 0.5 minus 1, which is -0.5, which means that this will be positive in this region. So let's choose a value between 1 and 8. I'm just going to choose 2 because it might be an easier value to work with. So you got, that'll be 2 times 2 minus 8, which is -6, times 2 minus 1, which is 1. Okay, and so that there's one negative, so that means that it's going to be negative in this region. And then finally, we'll choose on the other side of 8, the value 9. So that's going to be 9 times 9 minus 8, which is 1, times 9 minus 1, which is 8. Definitely positive there. Okay, now, so again, the regions in which the value is positive, those represent regions that make this inequality true. So that's going to be between 0 and when x is between 0 and 1, and then when x is greater than 8. Now remember, it's not equal to, it's going to be just, it's not going to have the equal to, it's just going to be, I guess, greater than or less than, whichever one applies. So step number 4 is write your solution. Write solution intervals. Okay, and so that's going to be x is between 0 and 1. So that's going to be x is greater than 0, but less than 1, or x is greater than 8. Okay, and those are that is our solution. Okay. Now, let me know if you got this. Let me know if you have any questions below in the comment section. Otherwise, make sure that you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share with a friend and have a good one. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you need math tutoring or you need SAT math help, look in the description to find out how you can sign up today. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you stay in touch with Math Swap Tutoring on YouTube. Have a good one.